All right, all right, all right. Hello, our darling listeners. Welcome to our Get to Know Us episode titled ASL Age, Sex, Location. Where is our location? In your darling ears. I'm here with our lovely DM, Dylan, and our beautiful half-elf Astris, also known as Crit.
ASL, baby.
And it's me, your bardic MC, Thea, also known as Cap.
Hello.
Say hello, everyone.
That makes it sound like you're Cap.
Hello.
Hello.
You could be Cap for tonight.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hello.
But we are bringing you this sort of introductory mini episode, just as sort of a, hey, how are you? Just to get to know us a little bit, sort of know our backgrounds in the game and our play styles and what have you. So who wants to go first? I can go first. Anyone want to go first?
I'll go first. Hit me.
Sick.
Yeah, take
All
your
right.
shirt off.
So our darling DM Dylan.
He's showing nipple.
Slipped it.
What? Tell us a little bit about your tabletop history and sort of history with gaming.
Well, I was first turned on to gaming by my neighbor who had a second edition Shadowrun book. And I was like, what? You can do all this crap? And I couldn't understand the rules. And I thought that was just because I was too young, but every time I look back on it, it's not because I was too young. The rules were just really confusing and stupid. The Shadowrun setting was modern day Earth. Fantasy magic awakens. Like, all the fantasy stories are real. Dragons wake up, magic's real, trolls, everything, and they just populate the Earth.
Oh,
And then
Berserk style.
they have to make they have to redraw all the
To redraw all the
nations
maps.
and everything, yeah, basically. And the president of the United States of Canada and Mexico is a dragon who just is in human form all the time. I just thought it was so cool. I was like,
That
hell
is
yeah.
cool.
And then I didn't really do anything for a while, but I ran into what is now some friends that I still have when I was about 16, a crew of people who all played D&D at the game store, an older crowd. And our group there were known as Daywalkers because we could all socialize and we all had jobs and
LOL.
weren't just hanging out at the game store all day. But we'd blow in there at night, smoking cigarettes, drinking coffee, and they're just like, ooh, those
Like
guys.
cool guys.
Yeah, we're the cool
Cool
nerds.
nerds.
Isn't
Not
that
like
great?
other nerds.
When
Not
you guys-
like other nerds.
Don't you want
You're
to
a
shake
cool
my
nerd.
hand?
Wow.
Anyway, aside from my street cred, we did a lot of cool stuff. We had an open Undermountain dungeon crawl where anybody can join. And at one point we had 4 tables going and it was all one world living together. We did an open dueling tournament and we had over 100 people doing that. And that was back in 3rd edition
Oh, wow.
D&D. And yeah, that's how I learned combat on the most Munchkin scale. And yeah, I kind of took a break around 4th edition, played Pathfinder, and did some game design myself. And then I've just been off and on since. But I also had a heavy influence of White Wolf games, World of Darkness, horror, supernatural, story forward, organic progression type games are my favorite. Which brings me to my next point. I don't really run strictly by the rules. I like to create a story and create cool characters, and I'm a fan of the players. I'm a fan of the story, and it might be because of my abused background playing with a bunch of the 80s boomer style kill you because you're worth XP type gamers, but you will likely hear me bringing up rules from game editions from 3rd edition, or
Like touch AC.
like touch AC and combat reflexes, feet, stuff like that.
What's your reflex save?
Right. Right, they don't even call it that anymore, right?
No, they don't.
Yeah, so I'll say stuff like that, and then anyway. But I run a good game, I hear. So
You do run a
Mhm.
good game.
We laugh, we cry.
It's a fun time. I will say that this is the third game that I've been in that you've run, and they've all been absolutely fantastic and very, very fun. Some of my favorite games I've ever been in, legit.
thank you. It's an honor.
Yeah, man. All
Wouldn't be
right,
doing this
Crit,
without
you wanna give us a little something? Tell us about your
Totally.
gaming background.
Yeah, so I'm Crit. I've been playing video games like my whole damn life. But
Hell
yeah. Let's see. I got turned in college. I played a game of Dungeons and Dragons 3.5 edition. And I think I started off as like a halfling rogue or something, just like, peak gremlining. And we also did play a lot of Munchkin, so I learned a lot of things from that game.
Nice. That's such a fun game.
It's a
loved it.
gateway. Yeah.
What's that?
It's a gateway.
Yes, yeah,
Sure
precisely.
is.
It teaches you how to behave in
That's how I'm
D&D.
using it.
Yeah, exactly. I ran like a game for fun once. I found it terrifying and I didn't do it for like 10 more years.
I was in that game as well. It was very fun. Or like, are you talking about a different one?
No, I'm talking about a game I ran in college, like a one shot that I was like, ooh, I'm gonna get these two monsters and they'll be boyfriend girlfriend, and then they're like one monster will be like mad because you attacked her and like
That sounds fun.
yeah, and she's like, I'm going to summon my daddy, and that happens. And so
Feel
yeah,
attacked.
I've always wanted to play in that game.
Nice.
And then many years later, I was doing roller derby with Cap here, and we all just kind of like, I feel like the topic of D&D got brought up and it was being
Someone
whispered
said
about
Gygax, and we all just skated over to the corner like, hello?
Suddenly there was a cabal, and and so then I was running a game of Curse of Strahd for I think there were like 5 or 6 of us, maybe.
There was a ton of us.
It was a lot, actually. To start with.
It
was a lot.
Really was.
Just
And
to
newbies,
interject
too.
real quick, some of the guys that I gamed with Gary Gygax.
Oh, so like deep nerd.
yeah, like
Nice.
Monty Hall, awful. Like, I wish I could describe the types of games they run, but they're not. You'd be surprised. All those original devs, yeah, their games were fucking crazy.
I bet they were. My God, to be a fly on the wall of that game.
Well, I tried to join one of those games, actually, and they were like, yeah, it's an epic level game. And
Sit down, Junior.
yeah, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll make a character, and they're like, all right, it's gonna be crazy, and I was like, I believe you, I'm really into it, and they're like, and they kept like dropping hints, but then they were just spoiling it at one point, they're like, yeah, like just a hint, Mystra's dead. I'm like, okay, fuck, what? Like, okay.
Well, okay.
And they're like, yeah, and all the other players who are in the existing games are all like clapping. They're like, oh, like they know something. They're like, okay. I was like, well, I'm gonna play a rogue, and he's like, absolutely not. You can't play rogue. I was like, why not? And he's like,
okay.
they're not powerful enough. You can play one of these 3 characters. I was like,
Wow.
I'm not gonna play with you fuckers.
That's hilariously gatekeepy. My God.
Yeah.
My God.
Anyway,
And that's
sorry.
where I feel like the like all women, all queer Strahd game that you ran, Crit, was very fun in that way. Because
Yeah.
we had so many new
Before
people,
the man
that didn't know what was
interrupted me
going on.
as
at
I was
all.
saying.
Yeah, how could I make this about me?
Listen, that's what I'm here for. I am here to gently segue us to and fro.
I'm here to make it awkward.
That's the energy I bring to the room.
I'll just apologize constantly.
It's okay. We get to rip you for it. I get to be an asshole.
So you ran that game with us, Crit, and then we were in a bunch of other games together.
Yeah.
We Sigil.
Yes.
I I think we did like Strahd try it twice
Yes.
because Jen ran it as well.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. So we met in roller derby, and then we were like in a big group game together. And then like that group kind of morphed and changed, and we continued to be in that group. Dylan was also kind of in the same group for a long time. So like I feel like we've been playing together for a long time, and I think like we've just found that we have such good chemistry. Like we're like I love playing with you guys, like however it is. So we've played, gosh, like, yeah, so Sigil, Curse of Strahd a couple of times. We did Monster Hearts, like kind
That
of a
was so
homebrew. That kind of inspired this. Like it was Monster Hearts and Monster of the Week. We kind of combined some rules for.
Oh, okay. Well,
But it was mostly Monster Hearts. Let's be real.
I thought the Harry Potter game inspired this one.
Yeah, that's what
That
I'm talking
was
about.
Monster
Oh, okay.
Hearts.
That's what. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forgot the. I was like trying to remember. I was like, did I play in that one?
Yeah, no,
did.
so
I
you
ran that
ran
one.
it,
Whoops.
and
You
I rulesed it. We like co-DM'd it,
Right.
and
it was very cool. It was very
Yeah.
chill. And we also did Vampire. We did Vampire the Masquerade.
Yeah,
yes.
my baby. It's
That
my
was
favorite
fun.
thing to run.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I ran a Powered by the Apocalypse. I ran a Powered by the Apocalypse game for work as well. It was like a work-themed game, which was a fun way to take out some feelings.
TGIF, am I right?
Precisely, yeah.
That's freaking
I
awesome.
was
though.
like, what if this company was run by a psychopath?
What do you mean it wasn't?
And also, what if it was set in an alternate reality?
Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. Oh man. All right. So I guess as far as my tabletop experience goes, I do have a lot of overlap with these two fools, so I won't go back over that shit. But I was introduced to Dungeons and Dragons 3.0, God, in like 2001. I was in 6th grade, and the boy I had a crush on down the street invited me to the house to play D&D with him and his brother. And I was like, holy shit. And it was the coolest thing. I was obsessed. I'd always really liked fantasy and storytelling. So I saw that elven druid girl with the wolf in 3.0, and I was like, I'm her.
Yes.
As we all did. But we played a few times, and it was one of those things where I thought it was really cool, but like, man, as like a 10, 11-year-old, probably 11, I could not. It was an impenetrable set of rules. I was like, I do not know. We ran games, me and my other friend down the street, and we would just be like, all right, listen, even you hit, odd you don't. And like, those were our rules.
Nice.
It was really
Just
fun.
coin flipping.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I was just like, fuck this, I don't know. So I didn't get to really play for a while until I found some guys in high school that ran games, and we had a game that we ran during our study hall for a while, which was really fun. We kicked down open doors and shit like that.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So that was great.
Wait,
and,
you kicked down open doors?
Oh yeah, like there was just a
The
door,
doors
and
were
it was
already open.
completely unlocked. It was totally unlocked, but like someone's just like, I kicked down the door, and our DM's like, all right, well, it was unlocked, but you kick it down.
My hero.
Tired, exasperated, high school nonsense, as it were. And I guess after that, I had quite a dry spell. And I didn't really pick it back up until my mid or early 20s or so. And I tried doing a game of Star Wars, the role-playing game, because I was obsessed with SWTOR, Star Wars The Old Republic, the MMO. And I was just like, excellent. And that's when I found out that my husband's DMing style is not my playing style.
Ooh, ouch.
He's a numbers
Ooh.
boy, and I am a plot girl. And
Yeah.
so
What
that was
edition
really
was
funny.
it?
What was?
What-
Oh no, it was the old one, the D20 system, not the D6 system.
Was it revised
I don't.
or was it Legacy or something?
I don't know. I have them in the basement.
Okay, because there's
I have
some
the books in the
really
basement.
there's some good ones and there's really really bad ones that are super number crunchy and annoying. but
This was probably it felt a lot like 3.0. So I have a feeling it was pretty number crunchy.
it's probably
I was just like,
refined.
oh wow, look at this
Mhm.
fucking list of skills. This is impenetrably huge, sort of a thing. But it was a fun time nonetheless. We had a good time. We had a Jedi that couldn't hit anything, which was hilarious. He just kept dying. I was like, good job, B. And then didn't really get to do too much until we met up in roller derby. And then we played a lot of 5e, Vampire the Masquerade. We mentioned Monster Hearts. I played a game of Eclipse Phase, which was really fun. That was like sort of my first cyberpunk game. And I think my first time using a D100 system, which at the time, I must say, confused the ever-loving shit out of me. But I've since been in a few games of Call of Cthulhu, which has been really fun. And I understand that much better now, and I quite like it. So that's I think most of my tabletop history. I'm a gamer, video, board, and table. I think the BioWare has got me where I am for the most part. Kind of taught me the ropes, so I felt like I was already pretty acquainted with D&D rules before even getting back into 5e.
I feel like if you were 19 in 1998, you probably would have been a big LARPer, vampire LARPer.
Oh,
Mm.
I was that girl who wore vampire fangs to school in high school because I wanted Lestat to be my boyfriend.
Right.
Well,
And
that's how
I
you
was
get one.
when I
You'd be
found out about
discovered.
Vampire the Masquerade, I had never been more jealous of a thing in my entire life. I wanted to play it so fucking bad, like LARP style.
Really?
But I was a LARPer for a time. I actually fucking forgot about that until right now. I used to play Dagger here. And that was quite the thing. I made my own foam weapons and coverings and went and hit boys. I got a concussion one time and
Oh shit!
discovered what it was like to just get absolutely nailed in the stomach with a javelin or some shit. Oh man, I was just like, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go throw the fuck up
Oh.
off the field. So that was fun. But yeah, no. So I've done a little bit of LARPing. It was fun.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh man. But yeah, I guess outside of gaming and tabletop gaming in general, I'm the world's okayest cosplayer.
It's not
I like
right. She's
sewing
great.
and I like making things. I'm just not my dex is pretty low, I feel like, as a human.
Mm.
So I do struggle with like fine finesse work. But like I've done
good
some
way of
cosplays
putting
that
it.
I'm proud of. Like I did Bombshell Wonder Woman, Punk Sailor Mars, Morrigan from DAO, and most recently, Aizawa from My Hero Academia. Those are some of my favorites.
I don't think I've seen any of those pictures.
I'll have to send them to you.
Yeah.
I'll have to dig up the Morrigan one. That one's old. If I
Ooh.
have to ever do
that was the
again,
one that
I'll
really
do it.
piqued my interest.
Yeah,
Ha!
yeah.
No, straight up. I wore that to New York City Comic Con in like 2011, I think.
Mm.
And I literally we take the path in from Jersey City, and literally we come up the stairs. First thing out of someone's mouth, "Hey, nice tits," and I'm like, "Cool, that's gonna be my day. Nice."
Fucking
Cool.
gremlin, New York.
I swear to God, the less clothes you wear as a cosplayer, the more people want to take your picture. I have cosplays that I'm
Yeah.
very proud of that no one has taken pictures of, but if I'm showing cleavage or am Wonder Woman, people want pictures.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, makes sense.
It's funny.
Yeah.
I did the Joker. I did
Nice.
Heath Ledger Joker. But this is
Nice.
before it got memed into, like
Meme to death.
gamers rise up,
Ooh.
Yeah.
yeah. I did it. Yeah, I was like just before all that, and a bunch of people were taking pictures of me, and I made a child cry on the bus. And like
Nice.
her mom laughed because I looked over and I saw this kid made eye contact with her, and I didn't even smile or anything. I just looked at her and she started crying. And her mom's like, what? And she looks over at me and starts laughing immediately.
That's so
It's
funny.
a fucking terrifying clown.
Wow.
That's adorable.
Nice.
I just
you've
kind of
cosplayed
segued into my hobbies and fun facts.
Oh,
But do
yeah.
y'all have what do y'all do when we're not at the gaming table for funsies or
Well,
work? You can talk about that, but I figure that's lame.
No, I'm not going to talk about work. I mean, aside from that, not much. I did a lot of gaming growing up, video games and stuff like that. I never really liked board games. I sunk my teeth into stuff like Ultima Online, Diablo, and Diablo 2 and all those. And the longer format, more RPG focused games I got more and more into, especially like Planescape Torment. The review is it's the greatest game you'll ever read. Stuff like that.
Fucking
But
real.
I haven't really played much in the way of video games in the last 10 years or so. So everything just hasn't really caught my interest. But yeah, other than that, I'm really into like growing plants and making stuff. I like to cook and I'm into self-care, although I've fallen off lately. Yeah, and walking
It ebbs
around the
and flows,
city.
man. You'll get back on it.
Yeah.
I love walking around the city. It's one of my favorite. I don't even know if it counts as a hobby, but there's always something that goes on when you do it. So,
For sure.
People count hiking as a hobby, and that's
Yeah.
just walking.
right.
You're
Yeah,
going for
all
a
right, yeah.
ramble.
I hike often. Every day, actually, I hike.
I hike to and from my job.
That's right.
I hike to and from the bathroom
That's right.
every day.
Do a lot of hiking at work.
Oh,
They
man.
tell me to take a hike. I did it.
Well, yeah, and then I'll just get random obsessions, 3-month things that I'll read a bunch of books on and learn everything about, and then completely drop.
That's my favorite. I love the hyperfixation. So the fuck do you do, Crit?
What?
Yeah, what do you do?
Oh, I
The
don't
fuck do you do, girl?
I don't do anything. It's great.
Come on, even I had things that I do, and I don't do anything either.
No,
yeah,
kidding.
I pulled shit out of my ass.
I just like to. I love doing. No,
She sits stationary in this room until
Yeah.
we enter phone calls, and then she activates.
That's right.
No, so I obviously I sit here and talk to these chums. I do. Does it count if I'm still taking classes? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I do sketch comedy. I do improv. I do some music. Play the instruments. I have too many hyperfixation style. So yeah, don't ask me which ones.
You just took the dog to agility training today.
Yeah, I do agility with my dog. I do weightlifting. I also love to grow things in the garden. And yeah, I make stuff sometimes. I've got more. Oh God, I'm a beekeeper. That's probably the most interesting thing. Oh yeah, and I've got these pythons.
These sick
I've got
fucking
two.
pythons.
I have two pythons.
Yeah, those
they're
are like
massive.
They're a vet in the house.
They're just massive.
Pythons are sick.
And they're sick. Gee,
Yeah, they're like
wait. Actually, hang on.
6.5-inch pythons.
Hold on,
Hang
flex for me. Flex for me.
They got really big. I didn't look, but like from the top, they look kind of cool. I have I've got some muscle
Ooh, I see it.
definition now,
I
and it's
see
like
it.
really exciting, actually.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hello to anyone young in the audience.
Enjoy.
God,
it.
enjoy your knees while you have them.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
I know you hear the millennials on TikTok bitching about their knees, but like it's fucking true.
Just stretch every day.
Just give yourself a big hug.
Yeah.
No.
Love yourself.
No, actually stretch every day.
Yeah.
No, fuck all that. Stretch every day.
And
Fuck loving yourself. Hate
No,
yourself. and
love
stretch every day.
yourself too, but
Drink some
you
water.
can hate it,
and
but fucking do it.
drink water and stretch and eat and sleep and move your body.
Yeah.
Do those 4 or 5, 6, 7 things and
Every day.
every day.
And you'll be just fine.
Indeed. Drink water, everyone. But, well, I think this concludes our ASL Getting to Know Us episode. Well, we hope y'all had fun sort of listening to us talk about our backgrounds in gaming and just a little bit about us as people and players. We hope you enjoy listening to our game. We certainly enjoy playing it. So, until next time, stay hydrated, stay sexy.